This should be a familiar sight. So, never trust shipping estimates. I thought I was going to be receiving my controller card on Saturday. I did not. It showed up today. I mean, I guess I can't say I'm too surprised. We did have kind of a blizzard in between Saturday and today, so whatever. Anyway, here's my new controller card. It is significantly smaller in size than my previous controller card, but it's also lacking all of the, nightmarish corrosion, death, and horror. Like, yeah, this thing's pretty done. So, anyway, previous video I said I thought my controller card might be working. It was never working. None of the access lights on the compact flash adapter or the GoTech drive ever lit up. So, I mean, it was never once working. I don't know what I was thinking. And in the interest of attempting to be a bit less of an idiot with practically everything, I've taken out cards that I don't think I will be using, at least anytime soon. I've left in the CD-ROM controller card, the Sound Blaster, trying the Trident video card. Gonna stick with that one for a while because I think it's a better card than what I got anyway, but like I guarantee it's fine, and the problem is somewhere in the power delivery railing in the motherboard or something like that. I think I don't know. I'm not good at electronics. I'm barely capable with computers. And the postcard. But took out the modem. I can't imagine I will ever be using this, and they are so ubiquitous that I could probably buy them by the pound these days. And this weird little, still kind of a mystery card, but I'm pretty sure this is Microsoft Bus Mouse, aka InPort. Still no confirmation on that, but that's about as close to what I've been able to figure out what this thing does. So anyway, I'm going to wire all this up and plug it in, and we'll even be using the LCD monitor that has a good chance of showing me what I need to see, and here we go. This is still pretty janky, not quite as janky as it was. It is now braced by virtue of, the physical properties of a USB stick, so that's got to be real safe. There's a 0% chance I'm using that Nightmare ISA slot. So the new controller card is plugged in directly below that in a perfectly clean ISA slot. Hopefully that one doesn't exhibit, horrible disasters. And other than that, the cards I mentioned previously are still in there. Post readout display, little card, monitor, period inappropriate keyboard, and some hope. We have blue. Will you focus, please? It's so dim. I promise there is something wrong with the motherboard as far as, like, delivery to the actual video card. But, of course, it wants me to set up BIOS because the battery does not exist. So let's set up some BIOS. I'm going to pause this temporarily while I do this. Hold on. Alright, I gave it a few defaults. I set the date and time. I don't know why. It'll forget those as soon as I turn the computer off. But if I get it to install DOS, hopefully it'll at least have somewhere close to accurate timestamps. Gave it a disk, gave it a hard disk. Let's see if it likes those settings. Probably won't. Sure likes to make me wait. Beep beep. Floppy disk and hard disk controller failure. Again. That's not what I wanted to see at all. Because I just put in a brand new controller. Is it even reading it? It says strike any key when ready. I have hit the key. And I don't see the light on flash floppy driving anything at all. Well, this is frustrating. Tried reconfiguring it with no hard drive at all, just floppies, set up 2 of them. It still gives me floppy disk controller error, and I noticed this last time. It's not picking up the serial or parallel ports either. And this card's got them, I promise. So I really doubt I got a bunk card. I really think this hard drive has much bigger problems than I gave it credit for the first time around. So I've taken all the cards out except for the post card, the video card, and my quote-unquote new controller card. I even moved the controller card down 2 slots just because why not, right? I mean, I like changing everything at once and not knowing what it was that fixed my problem because I do that all the time anyway, so might as well carry that over into this little hobby here. Let's see if I get anything different on the postcard readout. Not even bothering with the LCD at this point because it's a pain to drag up and down stairs. Gonna have to reset some BIOS again, but yeah, hold on. I'll be back. It's been sitting here a minute. There is no visible text at all. Like, not even an attempt. It says there's a signal, but you can't read it. Had to go back to the monitor. I can actually see. Unplugged literally everything from the controller card except for the serial ports. Hope that doesn't cause my computer not to boot up. Let's see what it does. Valid VGA signal. Extremely dim. Like, F80 A2A1 floppy disk controller failure. I don't think there's anything in BIOS that I can set to change that. Yep, there's nothing in the BIOS to change anything that would be like what interrupt or DMA or anything like that. I mean, it's obviously a very standardized communication methodology and protocol, and this motherboard is just not having it. So I guess next up would be to completely disconnect everything entirely and pull the motherboard out of the computer finally and see if there's anything I can physically do to it, like clean it or find anything obviously broken and repairable like that. I mean, I know that trace is broken, but yeah, that I have no idea what I'm doing. I am probably only going to make things worse.